Hey, how's it going? I was in Indianapolis Monthly Magazine. Check it out. Oh, wait. That's not me. There's me. His clips alternate between fast-talking video diaries and PG-rated hijinks. PG-rated hijinks. Whoa, we're having hijinks up in here. Ah, dang it, son of a gun!
PG hijinks!
His quirky sense of humor and young Ira Glass looks appeal mostly to teenage girls. Hey, teenage girls. What's up? I love the implication that Ira Glass appeals to teenage girls. I'm not sure how many teenage girls are watching This American Life. Just a thought. What else has been new with my life? Oh, I went on a road trip. So funny how that was already written up there, even though I just seemingly came up with the idea. That's really strange. I went on a road trip. The first stop was in Alexandria, Indiana to see the world's largest ball of paint. The ball is 35 years old and weighs over 3,000 pounds. Basically, it's real big. We got to add the 23,005th layer to the ball, so we decided on teal.
Paint at eye level. Okay, where are we going next?
Next we're going to
James Dean's grave.
James Dean's grave.
Oh, wow.
Actually, we're probably gonna get lunch first.
Okay. Lunch it up, lunch it up. Lunch, 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 lunch.
Are you done?
There's a reason we don't let Nick vlog. On the way to James Dean's grave, we found a dead possum on a stop sign. I don't even know. Shortly after arriving in Fairmount, we found a James Dean memorial conveniently located next to a gas station. James Dean was famous for not having eyes. But that was not James Dean's grave. The grave was substantially harder to find. We had to go out of town to this cemetery and then look forever among all the tombstones until we finally found it. I'll be honest, it was a bit underwhelming considering none of us were James Dean fans. Perhaps not the best destination choice. On the plus side, we did find Fairmount-opoly, which is apparently a thing. Then we drove a whole bunch to Kokomo, Indiana to see the world's largest stuffed bull. Unfortunately, they had the bull in this big glass enclosure, and glass is not friendly on camera, so the only angle I could get without tons of glare was this shot of the bull's behind. Enjoy. And that concludes the road trip with my friends, but wait, there's more. A couple days later, I drove to St. Louis, Missouri to stay with Cassie King for a few days. If you don't know Cassie, there's a thing in the description. So Cassie's mom has this theory about internet friendships.
Well, they're not really a friend unless they've had my pasta at my kitchen table.
So I had some of Cassie's mom's pasta at that table, and with that bite, I became a friend. The first thing we did in St. Louis was easily the coolest. There's this place called the City Museum that's not a museum at all, but there's slides and like an artificial cave system, and you can climb through stuff, and there's planes, and everything doesn't make sense, but it's all awesome, and unfortunately, it's very much not camera friendly, so this is all you get to see of it. The next day we went to the Science Museum where we learned about dinosaur science and ball science and computer lingo. This is Cassie's friend Alex playing the laser harp. I think she might be able to go pro with that. The next day was New Year's Eve, so we tried driving to a bunch of places, but unfortunately they were all closed, although the outside of the art museum was pretty. So we went back to the King House and celebrated the new year. What up, 2012? The day after that, we went to this art park where I got to sit in a crystal cat. That would be cool every time. Of all the arts, this one was the biggerest. Prisoner Zero will evacuate the human residents, or the human residents will be incinerated. And then I had to go home, so I was driving along and suddenly I was in a blizzard and people around me were crashing and I was swerving every which way, all of which are bad things. So I took an exit into the great town of Marshall, Illinois, whereupon they shut down the highway and I was stranded. Awesome! So I got to stay in this sweet motel where I had 2 beds, one for jumping, 1 for sleeping. Actually, I'll be honest, it was 2 for jumping. That's where I hit my head on the ceiling. Let me tell you, it was an awesome time. The next day the roads were much better, so I came home and that's where I am. Okay, cool, bye. Cassie was lost. Like totally lost. In an airport of all things. Seriously, there's exit signs everywhere. How do you get lost in an airport? That seems totally ridiculous. And Emily was looking for her. Emily was looking all around, but she couldn't find Cassie. Anywhere around, down.